it's good to see you all again. I'm Natasha and welcome back. So today we're going to continue our 7th chapter, which is Permutations and Combinations. So in this video we're going to first of all, we'll be discussing some questions related to the factorial notation, so that later when we'll be solving questions, so first we'll make sure not to get confused in this factorial thing. So let's solve some questions related to it. Okay, right. So I have a few questions. Let's solve them first, and then we'll discuss about type 2 permutations. Okay. Or we will take another question. I think we'll take another question. Yeah. Okay, which will be different. Which will be related to permutations. Okay. Yeah. So factorial notation. What was factorial notation? So factorial notation is represented by n factorial. N factorial, right? So n factorial represents the product of first n natural numbers. If I'm going to say 3 factorial will be 6. How? I said the product of first n natural numbers. So the product of first 3 natural numbers. Okay. So 3 factorial, which will be 3 into 2 into 1. So there is a reason that why we're not taking it, why not we're starting it from 1, but starting from the number which is given to us. We'll discuss that later. Okay. While we'll solve the question. Okay. I will discuss this thing. Okay. Yeah. So 3 into 2, which will be 6. So 3 factorial equal to 6. And one thing to remember is that 0 factorial is equal to 1. So if at any question, if there's something related to 0 factorial, one thing that this 0 factorial is equal to 1. So it will, that question will be solved according to 1. Okay. Okay, so whatever, let's continue. Yeah, so question is compute first part is 7 factorial by 5 factorial. Okay, we have second part 2, which is 12 factorial by 10 factorial into 2 factorial. Okay, so this is what we have. So let's solve these first 2. Okay. Okay, so 7 factorial upon 5 factorial. So first of all, we're going to write it in the form. Okay, so 7 factorial, which we'll write as, oops, what happened to the marker? Okay, wait a second, let me change it. Yeah, so 7 factorial by 5 factorial. Okay, so 7 factorial, which we'll write as 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. Okay. Okay, so okay, so first of all, we don't have to write this long. There's a shortcut, okay? As we can see that in the denominator we're having 5 factorial. So what does this mean? That this factorial can be cancelled, right? So if I'm just going to write 7 into 6 into 5 factorial, I'll just okay, then how will I write 5 factorial? I'll write it as 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. So that's exactly the same. So I don't have to write it. So here in the denominator 5 factorial is given. So what I will do is I'll directly cancel it. Okay? Right, I will just directly cancel it. So what's left? 7 into 6, which will be 42. So our answer is 42. Now let's do the second part, which is 12 factorial by 10 factorial and 2 factorial. Okay, so it's a similar one. So let's do it. So I can write 12 into 11 into 10 factorial, okay? And 10 factorial till 10 factorial will be cancelled. That's it. Okay, so 12 into 11 into 10 factorial by 10 factorial into 2 factorial, which is going to be 2 into 1, right? Yes, 10 factorial to 10 factorial. What's left? 2 and 12. We can cancel it. So it's going to be 6 into 11. 6 into 11 is equal to 66. So this is our answer, and that's it. We're over. We're just over with this question. We finished it, and that's it. So now let's move on to a question related to the permutation. Let me just write this question, really fast. I'll be like writing the question. So let me just write the question quickly, and then we'll discuss it. So let me tell you, it is related to the permutation. So that's nothing, okay? It's going to be just a piece of cake. So let's finish it. Well, we don't love to finish the cake all just once. Like, we'll eat slowly and slowly and slowly, right? How many of you do this? How many of you do this? So what we're doing here is exactly the same. So let me just write okay, fine. Yeah, so let me just write the question. Okay, so what's the question? Okay. Question number 2. How many 3-digit numbers can be formed by the digits 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. If the digits can be repeated. Okay, the digits can be repeated, okay? Yeah, so this is our question. So what we'll be doing here is absolutely easy. So let's solve it fast. Okay, so how many 3-digit numbers can be formed by this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Okay, so we have to, tell that how many 3-digit numbers will be formed by only these 6 digits. And so there's a condition given to us that the digits can be repeated, okay? They can be repeated, okay? Right. So we can repeat the digits like, I can say 3-digit numbers like 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1, 2, 1, 3, 6, 2, 4, anything, right? So, what I'm saying that digits can be repeated. So if I'm writing 1, 2, and 3, this means I can write 3 once again. 3, 2, 1. 2 again, 1 again. So I can repeat the digits, okay? But if there's a condition given to us that this can't be repeated, there's another, then that question will be solved differently, okay? But for now, we have only one condition that digits can be repeated. Okay, so let's solve it fast. Okay, so how many digits are given to us? 6 digits, okay? So let's take 3 alphabets, A, B, and C. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'll just say that let the 3-digit numbers be A, B, and C. Okay, A, B, and C. So let let the three-digit numbers be A, B, C, where C is at the 10th place. Oh, okay, wait a second. Yeah. Where C is at the 10th place, no, not at the 10th place, we have ones, right? We have hundreds, tens, and ones, so that will be units. So C at the units place. Sorry. Okay, so C at the units place, B is at the 10th place, and A is at the 100th, oops, not again, okay, I don't know why is this happening again and again. 100th place. Okay, so I've taken 3 digits, right? That's okay. Now the next step, which will be that we have taken 3-digit numbers as A, B, and C. C is at the units place, B is at the tenths, and A is at the hundredths place. Okay, that's okay. So how many number of digits are given to us? 6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what I'm going to say is number of digits possible. Okay, so I'm just going to erase this, okay? I will write it later. So let me write this here. Int A is at the 100th place. Okay. Number of digits possible at C is equal to 6 as repetition. Repetition is allowed. Okay. Number of digits possible at B, 6. Number of digits possible at A, 6. So what we'll do, what we can see, now here we're using the fundamental principle of counting, right? So which principle we'll be using? The first principle, which is the multiplication principle, right? Or the second principle, which is the addition one. Which we'll be using? The first one, which is the multiplication principle, right? Okay, so this should be clear to us. I'm sorry, let me just drink some water. I'm not feeling that well. Okay, so yeah, whatever, let's continue. Okay, so number of digits possible at C is equal to 6. Number of digits possible at B is equal to 6. Number of digits possible at A is equal to 6. So now in the last, what we will say? That a total number of possible 3-digit numbers is equal to, let me write it here. Okay, so the total number of possible 3-digit numbers is equal to, that's numbers, right? Numbers. Yeah, so the total number of possible 3-digit numbers is equal to 6 into 6 into 6. So here we're using the so here we're using the multiplication principle. Okay, so in multiplication principle, we had two ways, right? M into n ways. But basically, what we're doing is here multiplying. So we can take it as m into n into o ways, whatever. But the main thing is here that add repetition is allowed. So here, that's why we're using the multiplication principle. Okay, yeah, so 6 into 6 into 6, which will be 216. 6 cubed is equal to 216, right? Yeah, so this is our answer. So the total number of possible three-digit numbers are 216. I mean, what? Like, really? Yeah, I mean, really, yes. So, this is actually a true 216. So what I will say, how many three-digit numbers can be formed? So 216. Three-digit numbers can be formed by the digits 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. That's it. We're over with this question. We have done this question, and I think that's all for today. That's enough for today. Yeah, so in the next video, we'll be discussing about the type 2 permutations, and we will continue other chapters too. One thing that I'll be continuing the physics. Okay, so we'll continue discussing the physics too. Yeah, math, physics. Okay. Okay, so thanks for watching and have a great day.